What's good? What's good, my peoples? What's good, my peoples? So we're gonna get into this today. We're gonna have Mickey Bay on, and we're gonna talk about this today. We're gonna get into it. Geo James Khalil 98, Crane Enterprise, X Thug Outlaw X89, Pop 375. What's going on? He said, "Hey, Blue, who giving AJ 20 million?" Brian Son of G, what's going on? Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? The promoters. Then promoters gonna come up with that big money. Brian Son of G, Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? Because the amount of money they stand to make on the back end with Joshua and Usyk, they plan to get a lot of money for that fight. Yeah, I watched the games for sure. I just finished watching the game. They're gonna get a lot of money for those fights. Them 12 big gates. What's going on? DeAndre K, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, I just came on right now. So they stand to get a lot of money for that fight. 20 million is going to come from multiple different places because you got to understand Tyson Fury has to put up step aside money and Alexander Usyk has to put up step aside money. So Usyk's team have to put up step aside money as well as Tyson Fury's team have to put up step aside money. Brick Boy Jones, what's going on? You understand? Tyson Fury has to put up step aside money for Dillian White and Usyk has to put up step aside money for Joshua. So, so it's really 15 million because he got to give Dillian White 5 million. But that's big news, though. K World, what's going on? Best in the business. Salute to you, great brother. Diamond Vision, what's going on? Yeah, I'm going to bring on my brother, the champ, Mickey Bay, in a second. So we're going to work. And we're going to work some more. Bobo, what's going on? Man of Lord X, what's going on? So we're going to talk about this situation with Gary Russell Jr. Did Gary Russell Jr. lose this fight with did Gary Russell Jr. lose the fight with Mark Magsayo? Smash the like button, man. Look at this. The audio streams current bitrate rate is lower than AZ Landlord. What's going on? I was saying my connection was bad. Antonio Hernandez, Pat Greedy, Via Ferrero, Fly Guy Squad. What's going on? Geo James Khalil 98. What's going on? So we're gonna have Mickey Bay on. We're gonna talk to Mickey Bay. I was trying to get Batman on. Emmanuel H, my brother. What's good with you, great brother? Boss Rat 357. What's going on? Emmanuel, drop the link to the basketball channel. If you done deal, what's going on? I don't know. After the stream, Byron Jim, what's going on? Mike J, what's going on? Boss Rat 357, my brother, what's going on? Kobe Kemp, what's going on? Reality Pop Star, brother in the super chat. He said, hashtag Blue Blood Sports TV, hashtag Pop Star. Yes, sir. Chef Dre Bug, what's going on? Salute to you, great brother. Alan Mannix, what's going on? Yeah, get the likes up. Smash the like button. We got 53 likes. That don't cut it. I feel bad for Gary Russell Jr. Exactly. So here's my take on it, right? My thing is this. Everybody, G Code, what's going on? I see everybody talking about, well, Gary Russell should have, Gary Russell should have QY Dub Network. What's going on? Samuel Hook, what's going on? Artwork, what's going on? Gary Russell should have had shoulder surgery before the fight. Or Gary Russell, is using excuses. And I got an issue with that. And I'm going to tell you why. Right? The issue that I have with this is for one, nobody said that when it came to Vasyl Lomachenko. When Vasyl Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez, nobody said when Vasyl Lomachenko was saying that it was his shoulder, abracadabra, what's going on? and everybody was along with Vasyl Lomachenko because, see, before Vasyl Lomachenko even made it a thing that it was his shoulder injury in the fight, you had commentators and you had the quote unquote mainstream media coming out and saying that, it was his shoulder. They was making them excuses for Vasyl Lomachenko. Okay? They was making up the excuses for Vasyl Lomachenko. You understand what I'm saying? And so, because they was making up excuses for him, and they was telling the world, well, the thing is, Vasyl Lomachenko, he had a shoulder injury. He shouldn't have went into this fight knowing he had a shoulder injury. Vasyl Lomachenko, he shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did this. Craig Smooth, what's going on? JNN, what's going on? Dub _ right side, full movie episode, what's going on? Why I can't find my own stream? I can't find my own stream. You kidding me? Should be at the top of the list. Smash the like button. JM Ortega, what's going on? DP, what's going on? Al Heyman made a new Pacquiao. Here's the thing about that. He ain't good as Pacquiao. By no stretch of the imagination. By no stretch of the imagination. Dominic Seaborn, what's going on? Boston Dad, what's going on? Yeah, I'm trying to find the the stream, but they ain't even suggesting my own stream to me. Ain't that amazing? AJ Lewis, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. There you go. Go subscribe to the basketball channel, man. $12. A rated scholar, Victor Griffin, Hamilton still won. Baby G Camacho, positive. What's going on? Buller Gibson, what's going on? Donate $1 to the super chat, man. Refresh the super chat, man. Grail Sabelli, what's going on, great brother? Do me a favor, refresh the super chat, people. For the people that can't refresh the super chat and can't find the stream, because I can't even find my own stream. I got multiple devices and can't even find my own stream. And get the likes up. Click on the link to the basketball channel. Subscribe. Monica Sylvie, peace of blessings, queen. Meg the Great, what's going on? Mark Fralin, what's going on? Macadocious, Mac of the South, QY, what's going on? Zen Denolan, what's going on? He said Magsayo clearly won the fight. You don't know nothing about boxing. And for that, I'm not going to respond to you for the rest of the stream. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do anything. He don't know nothing about boxing. If anybody come here talking about Magsayo clearly won the fight, it's because they biased. They have zero clue about boxing. Period. Reality pop star, my brother back in the super chat. He said hashtag Blue Blood Sports TV. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Christopher Schaefer, what's going on? Ryan, what's going on? Victor Griffin, what's going on? My brother in the super chat. Much love to you. Anybody come here talking about, yeah, he clearly won. Come on, man. Knock it off. Knock it off. Christopher Schaefer, my brother, what's going on? AJ64, what's going on? It's okay for you to be a fan. It's a whole nother thing for you to just come here making up stories, man. Carlo Realist, what's going on? People just come and make up stories. Oh, he clearly won. No, he ain't clearly win nothing. What is you talking about? What was you watching? You ain't see him clearly win nothing. Get out of here. Shade Girl A5, peace of blessings, queen. How you doing today? You clearly saw. Big D South DC, what's going on? You ain't clearly seen nothing. B Fitness, what's going on? Entertainment, Vines, Training, etc. What's going on? Goodbye. Watch this now. Now you don't have to worry about me liking or disliking anybody. Now you're going. Pat Greedy, what's going on? Araz YTU, what's going on? Scott Henderson, what's going on? Kenny Mann, what's going on? On the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey Senior. Go subscribe to my brother On the Mic with brother Terrence Bailey Senior. What's good with you, great brother? Samuel Hook, brother in the super chat. Much love to you. Real Talk 90, what's going on? Kenneth Busser Move, my brother. What's good with you, great brother? How you feeling? You already know. Put that information in the chat. Edge of 561, hashtag #1. What's going on? Son of Ting, what's going on? Light Skin Business, what's going on? Al Jalil Sawab, what's going on? Solomon Yisrael, what's going on? He clearly won. Man, dudes don't, man, listen, man. I'm a bodybuilder. What's going on? Let me explain something. Intelligent Savage 629, what's going on? Darren Garcia, what's going on? It's abundantly clear now. It's abundantly. I already knew this, Mr. Punch Out, what's going on? But I already knew this. But now they're making it abundantly clear. Renaissance Dad, what's going on? Black Attack, what's going on? That see, you will go to any measures as long as it's a fighter that don't resemble you to make sure he lose, and you okay with that. Fred Robinson, what's going on? Marley Marl, what's going on? That's amazing to me. But it's really not amazing to me. Joe Davis 2310, what's going on? It used to be amazing to me, but it's not. Side the ruler, what's going on? And TZ Frank, what's going on? You had a guy in there that was fighting with one arm from round 4 to the end of the fight. One arm. Clearly. Couldn't TZ Frank, what's going on? Chris Ray, what's going on? Couldn't even throw a punch with his right hand. Clearly. This was clear. Drew Blue, what's going on? Antonio James, what's going on? And yet you running around proud, and in the fight was questionable. Gary Russell won the fight. With one arm, he was making a miss with one arm. He couldn't knock him out. He should have been able to knock him out. And you proud of that? Imagine Floyd Mayweather fighting a guy with one arm and struggling. Why would you be proud of that victory? I tell you why. But because you're happy by, as long as you get a victory, you don't care. There's no pride involved in the sport of boxing. Zero. You have a fighter that you run around cheering for when you saw him fighting a guy with one arm from one round to you could barely beat a guy with one arm. What does that tell you if he had two arms? How could you be Monica Sylvia? How could you be proud of that? Tip O'Malley, what's going on? Mark Fraley, what's going on? Donna Clark Bay, what's going on? And you're not even sure if he won. You're just happy that the judges said he won. We got 400 people. Donald Clark Bay, what's going on? We got 400 people here. We should have 400 likes. Why don't we? Alan Maddox, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, I'm with you on a part of this, Blue. Loman lost just like Gary lost. They both had injuries. Neither should have fought. Both deserve rematches. But to me, Gary lost clearly. Bro, Robert Singleton, what's going on? Francisco Jara, what's going on? How did you see Gary Russell clearly losing? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Show me the round that Mark Magsayo clearly won. And get the lights up. Show me the round that you saw Mark Magsayo clearly winning, since you said he clearly won the fight. So point to me the round that you said he clearly won that round. Andre DH2K, what's going on? How could he said he wasn't throwing enough punches? He threw punches that mattered. Why you got to throw enough punches? What are you talking about? He didn't throw enough punches. He landed the clean. Show me the clean-cut punches that Mark Magsayo landed opposed to Gary Russell. Go ahead and show me. Jennifer Thomas Galloway, what's going on? Show me. J.R. Moyle said Mark Magsayo punches was effective. Effective how? He fought a guy with one arm, and how was it effective? When did you see Gary Russell hurt? So if you're telling me he threw punches that was effective, when did you see him hurt? When did you see him in a compromised position? A guy with one arm. Y'all are sad saying that. You're sad. Jesse R., brother in the Super Chat. Much love to you, brother. Dub_right side, brother in Super Chat. When are y'all going live with the B-ball content? Man, I'm be trying, brother. John Merrill, what's going on? It's just my time, my schedule, man. I'm gonna start doing the show. We're gonna schedule some. I'm gonna schedule some times, even if I'm not on there fully. But the brother Emmanuel H and the Queen Destiny Black will be on for sure. Chop the G, man. What's going on? Herbert Johnson, what's going on? Ed 1050, what's going on? Woke Mind, a recipe for life. D Mitch, what's going on? He said he clearly won. Portal African, what's going on? Jeezy Heezy, what's going on? He said Gary didn't throw punches. Boy, oh boy. Curtis Price, what's going on? King Vonnie 86, what's going on? Pedro Quinn, what's going on? Wow. Wow. Steven Taylor, what's going on? Reality pop star, brother in the super chat. He said, I rock with you hard, Blue, but I don't think Gary won. Tank had one hand. He won. Gary was rusty. Could have been a draw, but I don't see Gary Russell with the win, though. Navs Nation, what's going on? Do y'all know it's effective clean punching? How do you, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Sheena, peace of blessings, queen. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Renzel Jetson, what's going on? I got to ask you a question. Doughboy, what's going on? Y'all saw Mark Magsayo missing majority of the punches, right? If you're not landing Jeff Pierre Lewis, what's going on? Then how did you win? I'm going to say this again. See, what y'all don't realize, Kevin Brown, what's going on? See, the CompuBox punch stats, they giving you credit for aggressiveness and just throwing punches. That's not effective. That's not legit. So when you look at the punch stat at the end, that's somebody sitting there doing this. Okay? That's somebody sitting there doing this. You understand? So that's not completely accurate. That's somebody sitting there doing this. Okay? And so you watch Gary Russell make him miss. Who made who miss more? With one arm. So Gary Russell is the champion. You telling me you watch Mark Magsayo do enough to beat the champion and take the belt? That's what you're trying to tell me. No, you didn't. Christopher Schaefer, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue. Man, I'm fed up with boxing. Too clear on the same card. Had Lucas winning without the knockdown, and Gary Russell showed his brilliance with one arm. Completely ridiculous. Facts. It just shows me how little fans know about the sport of boxing. That's amazing to me. It's amazing. The object is to hit and not get hit. You gonna tell me you saw Mark Magsayo landing tons of punches on Gary Russell Jr.? No, you didn't. Fred Robin, my brother in the super chat, he said you will go trying to understand the logic, bro. You will. It amazes me, bro. Every time I'm like, it's amazing. Amazing. Gary Russell was barely getting hit. Dude couldn't touch him with one hand. Gary Russell's throwing combinations with one hand. And you telling me you watched that man take the belt from the champion? No, you didn't. Poppy, so amazing, brother in super chat. If it was Tank instead of Magsayo, it's lights out. Well, bro, sometimes, brother, I don't even know if I should respond. Steven Taylor, what's going on? RSP for life, what's going on? Sometimes I don't even know if I would respond. Tank should be able to knock Gary Russell Jr. out. The dude fought the entire fight with one arm. My brother Lou Hinton, a pillar of Blue Blood Sports TV, he said, I don't think Gary did enough to win. Okay, let's say you don't think Gary did enough to win. You thought he did enough to lose? Vote UK, what's going on? You thought Mark Magsayo did enough to win and beat a champion and take his belt? Bobo, brother in super chat, Gary Russell Jr. the most effective punch of the night when he threw his shoulder out in the fourth round. Magsayo bragged that he was the one who hurt him. Yeah, I heard that. Mustafa Malik, brother in the super chat, Blue, there is no way you believe he won. He lost fair and square. We watching it like you also new media. Boston was clowning you for being. I don't care about that, brother. I stay in my own lane. Eric, what's going on? Brother, what are you talking about? Mustafa Malik. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a grown man. with a wife and kids. I stay in my own lane. I don't care what nobody else do in their time. So what do I care? Don't relay me messages like that. Eric, oh, what's going on? Woke Mind, what's going on? I don't even know who you're talking about. That should tell you enough. Hoop Av, brother in the super chat. What's good? I don't think people understand the science of boxing. This is why they are saying he beat Gary. Gary I got cut by a headbutt. Sure did. This brother, you're telling me about people I have no clue. I don't even know who that is. So why are you telling me? He know who I am. I have no clue who he is. So why are you telling me? See, grown men come and relay messages. For what? Clearly, he knows who. I don't know who that is. I don't even know who you're talking about. What are you referring to? Miss Aisha, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? See, that's the worst part about it. You're relaying a message from somebody I have no clue who you're talking about. Kevin Brown, brother in the super chat. I saw a draw at best, but Magsayo didn't do enough to get the win. Exactly. Mark Anthony, John Davis, what's going on? Trevor Bush, what's going on? Rico McCall, what's going on? He said, how could dude win fan square with dude? He had no arm. Right, one arm. The Boxing King archive, what's going on? Yeah, and see, this is the thing, right? It amazes me. This also amazes me as well, is that no, I didn't see no King Judah, what's going on? I didn't see any of these people coming and defending when everybody's talking about Lomachenko's shoulder with Teofimo Lopez. Where were they? Chris Major, what's going on? Alfred Yasharala, what's going on? Okay, you want to Chris Burndell, what's going on? If Game Seeker, what's going on? If you say you want to see a rematch or you say it was a draw, cool. But anybody come here and talk about he clearly won, stop it. Walter Tran, what's going on? AB, what's going on? Miss Sexy, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? Exactly, Kenneth Buster move. He said Kid made no adjustments. Gary did his thing with one arm. And on top of that, Kenneth, right? He did all that with one arm. He made no adjustments. He still couldn't hit him. He knew what was coming. Earl Harmon, what's going on? Right? Appreciate you, Miss Sexy. AB, what's going on? So he knew it was coming. He was predictable with one arm. And you talking about he clearly won? How? And then the brother talking about if that was Tank, he would have knocked him out. He's supposed to. He only had one arm. What part of this don't y'all understand? And how do you see a champion lose in that manner? No, you didn't. Everybody just wanted to see Gary Russell lose. There you go, 619 Cali Factor. What's going on? PC, what's going on? Carolina Fresh, what's going on? And go support my brother Kenneth Buster Move. Did you drop the information in the chat, great brother? Yeah, he was supposed to stop Gary. Gary only had one arm. One arm. And what about the first 4 rounds? On the rise, what's going on? David Bell, Kenny Mann, what's going on? What about the first 4 rounds? Ken Shee, what's going on? Ronald Muhammad, what's going on? B. Horace, what's going on? What about the first 4 rounds? So those rounds don't count. Because he was clearly winning the first 4 rounds. El Rivy, what's going on? Bobo, Mark Fraley, what's going on? He clearly was winning the first 4 rounds. So that don't even count, huh? That don't even count. There goes 619 Cali Factor. What's going on? He said 7-5 Mark Magsayo. You ain't see that. You did not watch Mark Magsayo win 7 rounds. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Daryl Carr, brother in the super chat. Much love to you. Ain't no way you watch Mark Magsayo win 7 rounds in that fight. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Ain't no way. Christopher Schaefer, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in super chat. Commentary was completely biased from the very beginning. They flipped Steve Fawcett in the middle of the fight, gave Magsayo 5 out of the last 6 rounds. that was same as the first 6 rounds. That weren't even that. Yeah, right. He gave, get this, he gave Gary Russell the 12th round. What did Gary Russell do in the 12th round that he didn't do in the first couple of rounds? In between. No, he didn't. By a guy that was twice his size. Las Vegas Leon, my brother, what's going on? The talented Mr. Ranger, what's going on? Oh, they got to go for the rematch. Mark Stearns, what's going on? 2P, what's going on? Chestino Garcia, what's going on? Frank White, 103, what's going on? No, I didn't hear the commentary. I don't listen. I don't watch fights with commentary on. Reality Pop Star, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a good on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, hear me out, Blue. Castano got the draw based off activity and aggression. Charlo hurt him more than once, and most punches didn't land. I'm a Gary fan, but he didn't look like Gary Russell Jr. He was off, Blue. Right, he was off. Here's the difference. Brian Castano is a champion. Mark Magsayo is not. Let me say it again. Gary Russell is a champion. Mark Magsayo is not. Brian Castano is a champion. So they gave him the benefit of the doubt because it was a close fight. There's two different things. You have to take the belt from the champion. He didn't take the belt from the champion. They gave him the belt. And he didn't look like himself because he only had one arm. Giovanni Walker, what's going on? He only had one arm. From the 4th round on, he didn't have an arm. He couldn't use his right. Brooklyn Finest, brother in the Super Chat. He said, do you think that it was Canelo they would do that to him? Absolutely not. They would tell you how heroic the performance was. Model 667, what's going on? And they would give, I can't believe Canelo out by. Look at Canelo making a miss and don't have one arm. Look at Canelo throwing combination with one arm. That's what they would be telling you. That's what they would be telling you. Giovanni Walker, my brother, Super Chat. Just got here. Support your channel. Salute, great brother. Johnny True Blue Stanley, what's going on? That's what they would be telling you. Look what Canelo's doing with one arm. Look what Canelo's doing with one arm. Mark Magsayo only outlanded him in the jab department because he's supposed to outland him in the jab department because Gary Russell can't use his jab hand. Hello. Hello. He can't use his jab hand. What part of this are y'all missing? Amazing, people. Let me send my brother Mickey Bay this link. The brother can't use his jab hand. Of course, smash the like button, people. We got 650 people, and we don't even have 350 likes. Peace Be Free said, whose fault is that? Did you say whose fault it was when Lomachenko lost? Curious. I'm curious. I'm curious. Whose fault was that? He injured his shoulder in the 4th round. You clearly saw it. What are we talking about here? What do you mean, whose fault was that? He injured his shoulder in the 4th round. You clearly saw it. So what are we talking about here? Y'all making no sense. So you watch the guy fight with an entire fight, go 12 rounds with a dude with one arm. Benedicto Palman, you happy that your fighter got a victory over a guy with one arm, and you celebrating that. You're proud of that. Good for you. Because guess what? If I watch Boots Ennis fight a guy with one arm, and from the 4th round, and that dude make it to the 12th round, ain't nothing to be proud about. Nothing. So you're just happy that he won because you know if he had 2 arms, he would clearly won the fight. See how that works? Ain't no way if Floyd Mayweather beat a guy with one arm and the guy from the 4th round on only has one arm and he still gets to the 12th round, ain't nothing to celebrate. Ain't nothing to celebrate. Alan Maddox, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said Gary backing up all fight, outlanded, wasn't comfortable, didn't control pace. I can't even read the rest, bro. I can't even read the rest. I appreciate you, Alan Maddox, my brother, but I can't read the rest because y'all making 0 cents, brother. You're making 0 cents. Why would he be comfortable with one arm? What are we talking about here? This is completely baffling. What are you talking about? He was backing up the entire fight. Where was he supposed to go with one arm? Does that even make sense? Why wouldn't he back up? Where was he supposed to go with one arm? He can't use his lead arm. What are you talking about? He's backing up and uncomfortable. Of course he's backing up and being uncomfortable. He only got one arm. I'm baffled. What are you talking about? Y'all be driving me nuts. My brother, Mickey Bay in the building. What's good with you, champ?
What's going on? What they driving you crazy or what?
Hey, champ. Listen what he said. He's telling me. He said that Gary was backing up the whole fight and was uncomfortable. He only had one arm, man.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, man. He'd have won like pretty easy if he had 2 hands.
Right.
Yeah, he almost won with the one hand. Dude
right.
just him because of the activity, but for me, it's too bad that it happened 2 weeks before the fight. I'm sure he didn't want to postpone the fight. And he started out using it. I guess something happened. You could see him after a couple rounds stop using it.
In the 4th round, he jabbed him, and as soon as it connected, you could see like the impact in slow motion. Yeah. And he just, he immediately was like, he almost, I thought he was going to take a knee. Like he jumped back like he was going to take a knee.
Yeah, man. He would have smoked him with 2 hands because he almost beat him with 1.
Right. And I'm like, listen, people not giving him enough credit for what he did with one arm. He didn't throw. I rewatched the fight now 3 times, right? Babe, from the 4th round to the 9th round, the 9th round is like a minute into the 9th round. He just poured with the jab. Like he just tried to, I guess, tried to test it. Yeah. He did like this. It wasn't happening. He ain't throw it for the rest of the fight. So he threw it, in the 1 through 4. But from 4 through 9, he ain't throw it at all. 9, he poured with it. He attempted. He couldn't do it. And then the rest of the fight, he ain't throw no more punches with it.
Yeah, man. It took a lot of skill to do what he did against a good fighter because dude could fight. Dude was dangerous, but he neutralized him and he made dude damn near one-handed fighter. Right.
Exactly. And babe, this dude was throwing combinations with one hand.
Yeah, he almost, it could have went either way. It wasn't a robbery. I thought it could have went either way. Like, he landed, to me, looked like he landed the best shots.
That's what I was saying.
One hand.
And Gary buzzed him a few times with one hand.
Yeah, he did, man. It was just unfortunate that happened. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, if that was Canelo or any other fighter, they'd be talking about how heroic the performance was.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. See, Gary, he ain't fought in a minute. He kind of a villain.
Right.
Even though I know he even came in my fighter, Devin, and me already knowing what Devin to do to him.
Right.
I still give him his props. You know, it's business at the end of the day. So, you know, it's a
Right.
sport. It's
Right.
you know, I still got to give it up to him. You know, Gary is a real good skilled fighter. You know, he need to get his surgery and come back. You know, and
Right.
get more active though.
And my thing is this, right? And salute to Fred Robbins' brother in the Super Chat. He said, "Tell me why every playback on YouTube starts at the 4th round." Yeah, because they don't want to show you in the beginning. Christopher Pope seeing brother in Super Chat dropping that half a dub on us in Super Chat. He said, "Blue, don't you just when non-boxing folks try to talk boxing?" And man, it's just amazing me, man. Like, how could you say he looked uncomfortable? Of course he's uncomfortable. Christopher Schaefer, brother in the Super Chat. I'm on one tonight, Blue. Of course, Gary Russell didn't look like himself. He'd been out of the ring for 2 years and had one arm. Who would be the same? Exactly. That's what my
the
point
bad
is.
part about boxing. What people don't realize, fighters get injured so much that it's ridiculous. You think people making excuses, but certain fights you can tell. Okay, this one, of course. Even like I said the other day, you can tell with the Tiafimo and Lomachenko. He didn't throw his arm for maybe like 6, 7 rounds, but when he started throwing it, he damn near won every round. Like sometimes you can't say, "Oh, dude, making excuses." Nobody gonna say that in this one because you know it was hurt, but people just get outrageous. I understand people wanted him to lose, and you know he go at my guy, so I could be laughing at him right now, but
right.
you know,
And that's the thing, right, babe? Is that when I'm watching the playbacks, because I don't watch fights with the commentary on. So when I'm watching the playbacks, you know, I'm listening, you know, I can hear them now. And they like, oh man, Gary ain't doing this. Gary, it's like what? Like we're just gonna ignore the fact that this dude is in there with one arm and you can see
most
this.
fighters, the towel would have got through in 98% of guys, 95%
Right.
of guys, you would have had to throw the towel in.
Right.
You got to have a lot of skills to do that.
And then on top of it, right, babe? His dad can't even be in his corner. He didn't even train with him. Lost his brother. Ain't been in the ring in 2 years.
Yeah, man, it was a lot going on, man. It's a lot that happened. Like I say, when Devin fought Gamboa, we went in with one hand. He had a broke hand through the whole camp. Like, and then, you know, dudes wonder why he didn't stop him. He got one hand against a veteran.
Right.
That's an ex-world champion. Like, you know, it's harder than people think, you know, to do stuff. You know, people just think that it's just as easy as 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's way more to it than that.
On the mic, brother Terrence Bailey Senior, brother in Super Chat. Gary didn't have the right hook either, which is highly used power punch of his, which Mark Magsayo was open for all night. Exactly.
Oh yeah, now if he had that, I mean, it would have been. He might have stopped the cat. To be honest with you, because if he did that with one hand, it definitely would have been a shutout with two hands for sure.
And Boxing Social, what's going on, great brother? And my thing is this, right? Is that we clearly see, like you said, y'all go through so much behind the scenes. We only looking at the fight. We don't know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? We don't know none of that, right? We just automatically assume both guys is 100% and they in the ring.
Almost never. Like, man, listen. Man, almost you blessed to fight a fighter, even 90% or 85 as a fighter. You getting hit on, you running, you pretty much play 5 sports in one. You like a track runner, you do all this other exercises, you sparring, you running, you doing football drills, you doing all kind of stuff. So you could hurt any part of your body in boxing. Then you sparring, this dude's trying to kill you in sparring because when you're a good fighter, people try to prove a point in the gym. They trying to get out on you. So, you know, you getting hit in the gym. I mean, no, you never go into a fight. You happy to be 90%. You never 100%.
Yeah, and smash the like button, people. Get the likes up, man. We got 800 people here, and we got 400 likes. Smash the like button. Alan Matters, brother, back in the Super Chat. T.O. much better competition. Mark Loma didn't get KO, but didn't give Loma that same respect you giving Gary. I mean, let me tell you why. Lomachenko didn't show any visual effects of his shoulder injury. We didn't even know about the shoulder injury. And in that fight, in the fight with Gary, you clearly saw when he injured his shoulder in the 4th round. Lomachenko didn't show any visual effects of his shoulder injury. And then, like Bay said, in this 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th round, he was dominating Teofimo Lopez using both hands, and looked like he was even going to stop Teofimo in the 10th round. He had Teofimo Lopez look like he was out on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different. He was able to throw his, like, you can tell that Gary, I think he said it happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with him, you could almost tell it was like a bad injury to where if he didn't have to fight, he'd have had to get surgery. Lomachenko's is one of them things to where, like, probably, damn, I think it probably was 50%. Gary's looked like it was like fucking like 15%. Then in the fight, it was 0.
Right.
Like, he need to get that surgery in within a week.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's a difference, right? You can see the like I said, as soon as he landed the jab, he immediately, like, it was, you could tell from the immediate response. I thought he was going to take a knee, but he saw Magsayo coming, and then he went back in defensive mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, you would have had to stop it with 98% of fighters. You got to be real crafty to get through a fight, like that with that kind of opponent on this stage. If they stopped it, you couldn't have really said nothing. Like if the doctor stopped it or his corner, it ain't nothing you could have said. Like, because it was clear that it was injured.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. C Love brother in Super Chat, he said, if you can't stop an injured champion, you don't deserve to win. Gary was doubling and tripling up with the same hand. If you know boxing, Mark should be embarrassed by that. Fact. Yeah. And on top of that, babe, he looked like he was 2 weight classes above Gary.
Hey, you know what I explained? This is why a lot of people like Floyd was smart and they got rematch clauses. It wasn't about doubt, like, damn, do we think he gonna lose? No, because anything can happen in the ring. Gary probably didn't get a rematch clause because it happened at the last minute. Before that, he knew he could beat dude in his mind, so he probably didn't even bother. I hope he did get one. It'd be good for him, but if not, they'll never get back in the ring with him.
I don't think he got one.
I wouldn't put him in the ring with Gary if I was his team. So I doubt if he got a rematch clause because I'm sure the contract was signed well before the 2 weeks. But this is why now people that say, oh, why you got a rematch clause? Because of stuff like that. Anything can happen. And if it's one of them things to where Floyd got him every fight, this is what I said. He got him every fight. If I ain't mistaken, he had immediate rematch. Like, you couldn't even fight before you fight him.
Yep, he had immediate rematch clauses.
Yeah, and he never lost. So, it's just shit happened like that in the ring. And this would have been one to where if Gary and them really, if I don't know how they was up on their business, but if they was, shit, hopefully they had one. If not, they'd never see dude again.
And that's what Gary was saying. And I don't think they have one because Gary was saying, hopefully the people push for the rematch clause. Let's see if he wanted the rematch, saying stuff like that. Let me know you ain't got the clause.
Nah, he ain't getting. Why would he get back in the ring with Gary? He need to leave that alone.
Right. And if let's say people thought he did win, right? But you struggled. You should have been able to knock him out. You look like you was 2 weight classes above him. Younger, bigger, stronger. And he had one arm clearly, and you couldn't even touch him.
This how you knew it was a rookie, because he didn't even aim for the shoulder.
Sure didn't.
Nobody thought of that.
Right.
Like, that was an inexperienced move on his part. He didn't do nothing. He didn't get in the clinch. He didn't try to, like, tug it. He could have did a lot to really but Gary's crafty though. He stayed out. He spent him. He had dude lost in there for real. Like, the fight was still a super close fight.
And this is what I'm saying, babe. Gary landed. He threw a left to the solar plex. Now you know what punch is coming because he can't throw no other punch.
Yeah, we got one punch.
His back is in the corner. He throws a left to the solar plex, backs up, makes Mark miss. And then counters him with the left again and throws an uppercut.
It's a good thing it wasn't Devin. he wasn't in there with Davin, Tank, one of them, it would have been over with. He'd have
Oh,
got
it would have
stuck.
been over.
You'd
And
have
that's
had
what I
to
was telling people. They're like, well, if that's Tank, right. But that's what you're supposed to do when you got a dude in there with one arm.
well, yeah, one arm, man. He's supposed to dude barely won. I mean, he won just because of the activity. He threw more punches and was more active, but I mean, Gary landed you remember more what Gary did.
Right.
It ain't too
That's
much
not,
stuff.
and that's what I was saying, babe. I'm saying this. Ain't no way somebody could sit here and tell me that they saw Mark Magsayo win 7, 8 rounds. No, you did not.
Oh, to be honest, he didn't. Like, he just was more active at the end, but yeah, he might have still lost. Like, I gotta, really watch it again, but it could have went either way. Gary just couldn't be too active, but he damn near almost won.
And that's the thing. People was talking about, oh, he wasn't throwing no punches. Well, he turned into a counter puncher.
But that's the thing, he landed more.
Right.
He landed more, so he could have got the decision. It wasn't a robbery to me, but it could have went either way though.
And the first thing they put up was the jab stats. Of course, he gonna out jab Gary. He can't use the jab. That's his lead hand is completely nullified.
Yep. Yeah,
he can't use
like Gary. I was wondering whether he could switch or not, so he could throw more punches, but
right.
I guess not. But yeah, man, it still was impressive though.
Sean Smith, brother in Super Chat. Appreciate you, great brother. Steve Young, brother in Super Chat, dropping a half a dub on us in the Super Chat. He said, bro, do they know how long Gary used that one arm and how many shots he threw with before he started to fatigue? I don't know what fight they was watching. Exactly. Like, bro, the dude is in there with one arm. Then people talking about, this is the thing that gets me. People talking about, yeah, but Gary started to get tired. Bro, he can't do nothing. He can't tie up. He can't use his jab. He can't do nothing but let the left hand go and avoid you.
Yeah. This cat saying he outboxed in the first 4 rounds. I don't know what fight he saw. He had it like 3-1, I think, the first 4.
Yeah. Hey.
3-1.
Oh man, these dudes be driving me nuts, man.
He definitely ain't outboxing. He ain't outboxing with the one hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Jason K, brother in Super Chat. He said Magsayo outboxed him first 4 rounds. Gary Russell was looking suspect.
I mean,
the better fighter won.
He would have stopped Gary or beat him to where they had to stop it.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna let a dude give you that good of a fight with one hand.
Yep. Boston Logic United, brother said in the Super Chat, after watching the fight again today, Russell was right. Magsayo won no more than 3 rounds. No cap. Man, I done watched the fight 4 and a half times already. Almost 5 times.
Damn.
And I'm like, what is people talking about? He landed a couple of punch like hooks. When Gary was trying to pivot out at times, and you could tell Gary got a little bit fatigued and he got stagnant. He threw some body hooks that caught Gary. Then Gary got back out of there, and Gary countered him. Boom.
Right. Yeah, dude. See, dude saying when I say, well, I'm looking at this comment now that the Cat Red put up, but my thing is it could have went either way. I thought Gary could have got the nod. They gave it to dude based off activity, but I got to look at it again like a judge to really get an assessment. But I can't remember much of what dude did in the fight that I remember more what Gary did during the fight.
Right.
Even outside of just having the one hand, he landed the cleaner shots. So,
right. And there's one round that Magsayo won clear, the 11th round. The 11th round, yeah, 11th round, Gary didn't even, I think he threw maybe 4 punches. Like he looked gassed and was just trying to avoid him. You know what I mean?
I'll put it to you like this. One draw and one judge had a 7-5. That tell you something right there.
Right. With one arm.
With one arm. So I think they just gave it to dude just based on the activity. Like,
right. That's what and my thing is this, right, babe? Babe, you the champ. If I'm boxing you, babe, and you the champ, you got one arm, and I can't even touch you. You making me miss. I got 2 arms. I'm younger. I'm bigger. I'm look twice your weight class. 2 arms. I can't do nothing with you, and you still landing the more cleaner, effective punches. And he wobbled Magsayo twice and stumbled him back with only 1 arm.
See, you watched it a lot, 4 or 5 times too, so I'm sure
Right.
it was different once you turned the sound. Because I do that too when I want to see really want to turn the sound down, and then I score the fight 10-9 rounds. Because people get confused by looking at punch numbers, because a guy could have threw more shots in 3 rounds. That could have been combined in 3. They say, well, he landed this many. He could have landed that in 3 rounds. He could have landed the bulk of them punches in 3 rounds and lost the other 9 and not landed. So you can't look at punch stats. You got to score 10-9. Who won each round?
That's what I was trying to tell him. It's somebody sitting there doing this, right? And trying to tell you in an office somewhere, and they're trying to tell you, well, this guy landed this. And then you got to understand what's what. People don't understand the difference between anything other than a jab is considered a power punch.
Yeah.
So then they look at, well, Gary threw. So at the end, the first thing they put up on the screen was Gary threw 64 jabs to Magsayo's 203 jabs. Well, that's why would you put that punch stat up immediately? That's to the people that don't understand. You see that number, look like, man, he just outworked. But you're not factoring in this dude is only boxing with 1 arm.
Right.
What happened to the part? And we watched this, right, man? Floyd will land 3 punches in 1 round, but they 3 big clean punches. Then he make you miss the rest.
He could win it. Floyd don't throw a lot of shots. He win off of being accurate. You know, you got different kind of fighters. You know, some dudes throw 1 million punches, some don't throw a lot, but they more accurate.
Right. And on top of that, when you rewatch it, now watch when you rewatch it, babe. Gary's not running around in an 11th round. He was running like he was just trying to, survive because he looked like he was tired. He was gassed. But you watch the fight. He's pivoting. He's making a miss right there in the pocket. He's not running around the ring.
Now, people don't understand ring generalship no more. They
exactly.
I mean, it's crazy. Boxing is like opposites attract. Like Caleb, see, I'm going to just get real boxing game. When they come to race in boxing, which you can't fault people because it's impressive when they like white fighters that fight typically black. They like black fighters that fight typically Mexican style, or like, think about it. Most people like the opposite of what the norm is. So if a fighter is like a brawler type of black fighter, they like them better than being a boxer, because you used to seeing slick black fighters like Mexican. Even me, to be honest, like my favorite Mexican fighters are not the sluggers. I like Ricardo Lopez, Salvador Sanchez. I like De La Hoya. I like them kind of guys, like and a lot of people like that with like Caleb. He reminds you of what you would say a black fighter.
Right.
So that's why when he moved, it looked different. They like, oh man, he's slick. But if you black, they assume that you can do that already. So you don't get as much credit. Like
it's taken for granted.
Yeah, like you remember how they love James Kirkland on the come up.
Right.
I'm talking about they had him before he went to prison. You remember how they was like, they loved Kirkland because
he reminded them of a Mexican fighter.
Yeah, see, that's how boxing is. Like, it's more impressive. Like Canelo, he fight like, even though Mexican is kind of in the middle, but the fact that he fight more like what you would think is a black fighter, just, that's why I think people impressed with him. Like, damn, he real slick. He in there slippery. Not knowing that most Mexican fighters, my favorites was always the boxers, the slick Juan Manuel Marquez and
that's my favorite Mexican fighter.
Them dudes was counter punchers and they could do it all. They was slick. But you can't really go off of that thinking, Gary, he running. You gotta look at styles. You can't look at what the norm is. Like Earl Spence, his style, more people will want him to win against Terrence. even though they both dogs, they both fight, but Earl's a little more. Terrence more of a boxer than Earl. Earl's a boxer, but he more pressure.
Right. He a slugger. Yeah.
Earl don't fight good going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
His thing is going forward. So you notice how many fans he got, like Mexican fans, and because he got that come forward style. You know, so I think it's like that with boxing. A lot of times, like people like to see like the Willie Peck, like you got a slick ass white dude that's just got footwork. You know, we all do. It's impressive. Like Joe Calzaghe, even though a lot of fighters, like Lomachenko, if he was black, that'd be normal. He wouldn't be. That's just keeping it real. This ain't great. I'm just being real on every side, black everywhere. It's more impressive that Lomachenko, that damn slick as a. He not an American white boy, but he from Ukraine. Where he from?
Yeah, Ukraine.
Now them dudes is different than American white boys. Like you know, they a little different. How they came up, they damn near come up like black. You know, they struggle is different. So, but look how slick he fight. It looked like he 5 times more slick because where do you see that at? Like, where do you see a dude when you look at his skin complexion? Where you see a dude? I mean, doing some that kind of footwork and the moves that he doing. You usually see that from a black fighter,
right?
Like you see a lot of slick Mexican fighters, so it's kind of normal. Even though most Mexican like the fighting style, like that fight when you fight. So with Lomachenko, it kind of make him look 5 times better because he would of his race. Because if he was black, that wouldn't be out the ordinary. If he black, like you're just looking like, okay, another slick fighter. Which I do credit him more because of that. I credit anybody more that can do what's out of the norm, even if they black. It's like, okay, damn, this dude can fight on the inside. He can fight in the pocket, on the inside. He can box. He can do it all. So really, that apply to every race. I think a dude should get a couple extra points when they can do. But you got to realize that when people do that, you got to realize why they doing it. You got to say, damn, if Lomachenko was black, it wouldn't be as impressive. So I do give him a couple extra points from him being Ukrainian doing that. I do say, damn, you know what? It looked more impressive that he can do that. He can outbox Americans. You know, we got the slickest, stylist fighters, but he getting in there making them look bad. It do look more impressive.
Yeah, it's like, and salute to Alan Matty's brother in the super chat. Said Blue Even Bay said he almost won the fight. I agree. Gary wins with 2 hands, but he lost close fight, just like Loma. Boston Logic's brother in the super chat. He said, I'm making a video proving Gary landing more punches. Salute to my brother Boston United. We got Giovanni Walker. And smash the like button, people. We got 850 people, and we don't even have 600 likes. Smash the like button, Giovanni Walker.
It don't cost no money for the likes. Smash the
like it's button. Free. Giovanni Walker, brother in the super chat. Blue, you think that they will give Gary a rematch? Nope.
Man, hell no. Nope. The crazy thing is, I don't know if Gary at odds with his team, you know, over there, but if it was how it used to be, he probably would have got it. Because if they threw dude a nice bag, yeah, oh hell yeah, fight. You tell him you giving him a couple million, 1 point, you know, all you gotta do is quadruple that payday up, what he just got, give him 5 times more than that. Yeah, he definitely gonna fight him. But I'm not sure if Gary is on the best terms with the people over there. I ain't getting into his business, but it don't seem like it to me.
Yeah. There goes 619 Cali Factor, my brother in the building in super chat. He said, salute brother Blue and Mickey. Let's blame Gary for going into the fight with an injury, though we all knew he was hurt before the fight. See, that's the thing. I wish he would have never said that, because we saw him in the first 4 rounds. It wasn't bothering him until he landed that jab. So yeah, we could say he shouldn't have went in the fight, but like Bay said, everybody's injured before they go in the fight. You don't know if you're going to re-injure that injury or nothing. So the problem is,
it was 2 weeks out. I think if it was well before that, he probably would have.
Right.
Think about it. 2 weeks. He got a family like anybody else. He didn't already got plans. He didn't already got probably 30% of that. Most of the purse, he probably already knew what he was going to do with it. He probably like, damn, I'm about to buy some property over here. I'm going to give my brother this, my sister that, whatever. That's hard to do. Like, I know that because I did it years in my career. I fought with a messed up hand just because, I didn't want to take off and not get that paper. So, 2 weeks knowing that you finna get, I'm sure he got a great payday. That's hard to do. If it was a month or two out, I'm pretty sure you probably would have did it.
Now, and on top of that, Boxing Logic United Brothers Super Chat, Gary still won the round. He hurt his shoulder in. Yeah, he sure did win that round because he hurt it, mid-round. Boxing Logic United Brother back in the Super Chat. If Gary was Canelo, he would have won unanimously. For sure, they would have gave him all types of points.
Honestly, if he was more of a favorite, he probably could have got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On the mic, brother Terrence Bailey, seeing brother in the Super Chat, gonna have to lean on Manny to make the rematch with his protege. He can't let his man win a title like this. He didn't best the real Mr. Russell. Yeah, and my thing is this, right, babe? Man, just as a competitor, I'm gonna be like, man, I gotta get that back. I gotta get back in there with you, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you though. If I was dude manager, it ain't no way we fighting Gary. Here's what I do. At best, I do this. Okay, Gary gonna be out when he gets to shoulder surgery. Probably that's gonna take him out for a minute. I would probably get him a fight or two in between and give him the shot and go and get dude the biggest bag possible. Like, but I would let dude fight a couple fights in between that. Gary ain't gonna be able to fight for a minute anyway.
Right. Yeah, get the likes up, people. We should have 1,000 likes right now. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. I got to continue to tell y'all to smash the like button, man. It's free. How we don't even have 600 likes and we got 890 people in here? Without 600, that's 300 people just moonlighting. Smash the like button. Alfred Yashirala, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on us in the Super Chat. Yo, for those saying that Gary should have took the fight hurt, WBC probably would have stripped him. Gary won the fight. He was landing more effective than Magsayo. They robbed Gary because the PBC and the WBC wanted a new champion. Devontae Richardson, my brother, what's going on? Brother asked you, Matt Trez, he said, what's going on with Mickey Bay versus Tevin Farmer?
Man, Ted Lightweight trying to backpedal. He trying to get the Ryan Garcia fight. I don't know if it's going to happen. I can't knock him if he get the opportunity because, he heard us.
He heard us on here, right? Salute to my brother Corey Lee Boston. Go subscribe to Corey Lee Boston. Yeah, he you saw what he put up. He said because people were saying he going for that Ryan Garcia fight the other day when you were saying it. So he said, "No, I ain't going to get the bag. I just invested."
No, I ain't saying. No, I don't think he needed. He do good with his money. Like people assume that for me. Like I'm cool, but why wouldn't I want more money? If I could still fight. Like think about it. Like I don't work nothing. I got investments and all that. I'm in the mansion right now. Like I ain't bragging. I'm saying, I mean, you've been in my crib, Blue.
Right.
Like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like my
echo in the living room.
Yeah, my thing is this: like Tevin, if they call me right now, like you see, I'm more now looked at like, damn, he done because he training. So I'm looked at as retired, which I am pretty much. But me and Tevin had mutual people that decided to get it done, and we both agreed. Tevin's still active, so they know he on the radar. Like, damn, he finna fight Mickey Bay. That might be a good opponent for us. Now, if they call me, Ryan and them, I'll take the fight because I believe that I can beat Ryan because I got the experience. If I had enough time to train, I would never have had this long to train for a fight. He fight all the way in April. I think that he got some holes that I could exploit. So if Devin and them call me right now and ask that I want to fight Ryan, I'll do it because I'm a competitor. Now Tevin, I can't not. That's a bigger fight for him, but I don't think Tevin don't need the money. He good with his money. Like just from what I see he got a lot going on. But you got to realize if he could fight me, let's just say for me, he can get 800,000, 750,000, whatever, 900,000. Say he can get 1.7 million for dude. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Which one would you take? At the end of the day, both matter. Like that, if it's now, I could see if it's just $100,000 extra or 200. But shit, if they call me and ask me to fight Ryan, then I'm gonna give him his first L. You know, so but I think it's still gonna happen one day. Either way, whatever fight that I decide to get, I don't want no bums. Like, you know, I'm gonna still get in the ring soon anyway. But after that, I would like at least at minimum, I would like a Jamel Herring or a Tevin or at minimum, you know, I want to get a big fight after that. Like, you know, I get past, you know, once I beat a guy like that, you know, I like to get another title shot, or I wouldn't even like to fight Lomachenko, but I'll have to be active. Because I think that a lot of that stuff wouldn't work on me because I got defense. I'm smart. He wouldn't be able to turn a certain way. I would like, it'd be so good of a chess match that I would love to fight a dude like that. As hard as of a task it'd be, I would love to fight a dude like Lomachenko because I know that I can do stuff to him nobody else could do. Like that he fought.
Right. El Rivy, brother in Super Chat. Bay, do you stay ready? You in the gym?
Well, I've been around the gym just because I train. So by me working with Devin and you know, Amari, they kept my eyes sharp, and I've been around the game. So I haven't been training myself. I just started training a few days a week. You know, if I get a date, I'm gonna step all the way on the gas. Like, you know, I'm gonna start. But I'm always in the gym because I got Devin Haney and I got my other fighter, Amari Jones. So they keep me sharp just from, I think that I got even better, smarter from training them. That made me even smarter mentally, like, you know, from training them, because I want them to, whatever mistake that I made when it comes to anything, I prevent them from doing it. So training, you got to be more detailed because you got somebody else's life on the line. So when they fight, I'm way more concerned than when I fight, because I'm like, damn, like my main thing with them, after every fight, I find myself, I look at them, I say, look at yourself. Before the fight, you was back there. You got to see them behind.
Yes, sir.
They see themselves. Look, I want you to come back looking like this, close to this as possible.
Right.
I don't care how. When they done fighting, the fans worried about how much of a war it was. Don't get me wrong. I want them to entertain the fan, but my main thing is how less of punishment did they take.
Right.
I care about that more than anything. When they done, I want them taking little punishments so they can go home to their family. And when they get older, they can talk. So when they do get older, they know, like, damn, they always had a person that made sure their defense was right. And that's what I concentrate on is how do they get out the ring. I don't want them all beat up and stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's not, like Floyd said, it ain't cool to take punishment.
Oh, no.
Las Vegas Leon, brother in Super Chat. Salute, big brother Blue and Mick next week. Blue Blood in Vegas. Salute to you, great brother. John Page, Batman. What's going on, great brother? That's Gary Russell, right? That's Gary Russell brother right there, Batman. John Page.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, cool. Congratulations. You know, he didn't get the win, but you know.
Batman, send me your email. Come on and talk to us.
Speedy recovery on the surgery. You know, he need to go on and get that right out of the way. After I won the title, I had a hand injury for 4 or 5 years. I got it right after that. And I regretted not getting it before. Listen, when I got to surgery, I didn't take one Tylenol. That's how, like, not strenuous. Even though I'm like, I got a high tolerance for pain, which most fighters do. When I got to surgery, I didn't take one form of medicine, like no Tylenol or nothing. I'm like, damn, all I had to do was make sure I kept my arm raised, and so the blood ain't get to my hand and make it swelling. But I'm like, damn, I could have been did that. I had so many people talk me out of getting the surgery, but I could never close my hand for years. So I was fighting with a hand I couldn't even close. Like, but I was thinking about what everybody say, like, oh man, you shouldn't get the man. When I got that surgery, nowadays the technology is better. Man, I would have been got it.
Man, DC_dude, brother in Super Chat, dropping a dub on us in the Super Chat. He said, I was at the fight, Blue. Gary like family. Gary and Al Heyman had some words at one point. Then Gary got put on ice, and now this is what's his payback. They want a champ they can control. I love your analysis of the fight. Salute. Appreciate you, great brother. Dropping that dub on me in the Super Chat. And smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1K. Got Troy K in the building. Troy King in the building. He said, tell Mickey I said what up and what's good with you, Blue. What's good with you, great brother? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna get Batman up on here. I'm gonna send him the link right now. Hold on, babe. Well, go ahead, babe. You could talk while I'm gonna send him this link.
Oh yeah, what did dude say? Somebody asked a question.
Oh yeah, he said, where was it? Oh man, I lost it now.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Blue. You didn't took over, man. You been grinding, man. You didn't.
Hey, the grind don't stop, champ. The grind don't stop, champ.
Yeah, you didn't took over. You got all my people watching. I got people from back home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got people that watch it that I like that been watching it even before me. But now I got people that watch it that be like, man, I seen you on Blue Blood. I got my older cats, my old probation officer watch it, and all kind of people.
That's
I got regular hood people that be watching it.
See that's the grind don't stop, champ. Let me send him this link. Smash that like button, people. Get the likes to 1K. I'm gonna send him this link right now. I'm sending it to you right now, Batman. Yeah, babe, man.
But yeah, I think Gary should he need to get that surgery. That's just my advice.
Mustafa Malik in the super chat said, Mickey, how do you rate Kambosos as a fighter?
Oh, he's a real good fighter for sure. I mean, he a good fighter, good conditioning, good heart, but I ain't gonna lie to you, he gotta fight Devin. I'm gonna lose respect for him. Like I got all the respect for him in the world. But if he don't fight Devin, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. If he don't fight Devin, man, he gave us his word even before the fight. And me and Dev said, damn, he was hitting Dev every week. Like, listen, I'm gonna give you the shot. I'm gonna beat Tiafimo for sure. He like, everybody think I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna beat him, and me and you gonna fight. He was just saying it like out of respect, like, man, it's gonna be me and you for undisputed. So Dev, like, damn, you think you know what you think? Like, he sound like he know he gonna win. So I gave him his respect, but I just hope he don't backpedal. And he fight Devin.
Yeah, me too. Dub _ right side brother in super chat. He said, babe, what's it like working with Dev?
Oh man, it's a treat. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna be 100% real with you, man. He didn't spoil me as a trainer because I'm gonna put it to you like this. I don't train. I only train my 2 fights. I probably turn down 30 to 50 jobs a week. So just think if we talking money, you know how much money I could make. I could probably make 50 to 100 grand, like literally a month, easy, just training people. That's how many people hit me up. But I ain't in it for that. I got a love for number one. The difference is with Devin, I knew him since he was a baby, pretty much. So training him is personal to me. Like, you know, his dad, you know, it was a collective decision. He hit me up, he brought me in. I'm training his son with him. Mm-hmm. So my job is that's his son. So it's a whole nother different thing training a man's son. I got a big task, like to make sure his son is on point. And like I told you, making sure he ain't getting hit, he ain't getting hurt. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at little Devin, the 7-8-year-old. Mm-hmm. So when he fights, I'm like really but training a man, I ain't gonna lie, it spoiled me to where I don't really want to train many people. Like people didn't offer me whatever I want. I'm good. It ain't a money thing. Like Devin is like training LeBron James or something. Like he not only is his tools great, the dude train harder than people. Devin already is rich as hell. Like he could retire right now if he make the right investments. I mean, dude and already hit 8 figures. Like I ain't trying to put his money out. The fans know, but I'm saying, man, this kid is just turned 23. He already got mansions, cars, and everything. What I think helped is that he grew up with it, so it didn't take his focus. But the conversation that we had at the beginning, this how focused he is, man. He like a little Michael Jordan. The only reason I say LeBron is because he more of a people's person than Jordan. So he got more of the LeBron personality. Like he more the LeBron personality, but it'd just be at night, man. And this cat would be like, hey, Mick, this is when the pandemic first started. He like, hey, can we train? It'd be like midnight. Cause I told him, like, man, listen, whenever you want to train, just give me an hour or two notice and we'll get it in.
Mm-hmm.
He really took that to heart because he'd hit me at 1 a.m. or midnight and be like, hey, can we train? I go up, I go over there and train him. And just the talk that we had, it just made me know, like, man, this cat really want to be the best ever. Like, you know, he definitely is trying to reach that. Like, I understand. We had a talk. I ain't gonna reveal some of the stuff that was said because he might want to talk about it one day, but I understand the seriousness of me training him. It's a lot of secrets and a lot of stuff I know I can't get to everybody. Devin, he got the potential to go to that Mayweather status or possibly further. It's hard to do, but I know that he got the talent and he got the focus outside of the ring to do that. So training him is like, man, I ain't gonna lie, to sum it up, it spoiled me to where for this dude to want to, he number one, he teachable as hell. Devin is a good student. He always want to learn. He humble. He worked the hardest. He already ahead in skill wise, and he get paid the most. But dude, he want this more than guys that ain't even at the beginning. I gave a couple dudes shots, but I'm like, man, I can't do it because if that's the case, I can get in the ring and win another belt. I retired really for Devin. This is how much I believe in him. I'm like, man, you know what? We had a talk, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna take the back seat. I know this cat got 15 years in him. Yeah, I might have a couple more years, but I really believe what he can do. And I know what he can do. So with Dad, man, I just think that he got that Michael Jordan in him and that Tom Brady in him. So I'm really, I'll sum it up to saying I'm spoiled because dude got it all. I mean, you've been around him, Blue. I'm sure in the gym, you could probably say that it's different when you meet him in person because he mean as hell when it comes to the boxing in the ring. But when you see him in person, how humble he is.
Yeah,
he ain't trying to be somebody else out the ring, man. He like a regular young man. Like he played video games. He like cars. I mean, he ain't trying to stay a street dude or none of this. He being himself, and that's what I like about him the most.
That's a fact. You know Batman?
Oh yeah, what's up, Batman? I think was we on here before with each other?
Yeah,
I think so.
It was a while ago though. Yeah.
What's up, Mickey?
Oh man, yeah. How your brother arm doing?
Hold on. Before we get to that, let me. This is a 2-part question. Both of y'all can answer this. This is Miss Sexy. She said, and both of y'all train, both of y'all, lifelong boxers. So y'all do this. So she said, Mickey, why do some boxers go sparring in different states like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Colorado, Texas? What's the advantage to this? So I'll let you start with Bay, and then Batman, you could double back on that too.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this. And this free game I'm finna give. So to me, it's an advantage for any fighter to really be in Vegas or LA over anywhere. Number one, Vegas is the boxing capital. So if you want to be an actor, y'all both tell me where y'all gonna go. Where are you gonna go if you want to be an actor?
I'm going LA.
You going to LA. If you want to rap and do certain stuff, you going to New York. So if you want to, if you want to do certain things, you know where to go. Boxing, Vegas is the boxing capital. So out here, you got every style. You got guys from Russia, Asia, Cuba. You got gyms on every block damn near now in Vegas. Like this, I couldn't even name half of them. And I've been living here for 15 years. So I think moving around, period, it's an advantage just to box different styles of people. Like, back in the Midwest and the East Coast, we got the slick fighters mostly. So, if you Mexican, I think it's better to go to the Midwest and the East Coast to box, the slick fighters. And then to me, vice versa. If you from the East Coast or the Midwest, you need to come to the West Coast or to Texas to box a lot of the pressure fighters because we box each other a lot, and you box in the same style all the time. Most regions, like I'm from the Midwest, I'm from Cleveland, and I also live in Detroit. But you know, Detroit and is like an hour or like 30 minutes away from Ohio. So, and I know DC and New York and like Philly, y'all close. So we box each other so much that it's all boxing. Yeah, we got bangers, but not like the West Coast style fighters. And I think that's what helped Floyd. He moved to the West Coast and he started boxing with all them different styles early. He was boxing his uncle Roger Mayweather, because we got dudes slick as grease where we from, East Coast and West Coast, but a lot of them can't handle that pressure because they're not used to it. But vice versa, a lot of the West Coast fighters not used to boxing the slick fighters because our slick is different than they slick. They like Andre Ward, even Nonito Donaire. You only get a few, Devin Haney, my kid Amar. You get a handfuls of slick fighters, but most of the West Coast fighters are more brawlers. Most of them are more brawlers. So I think that's probably why it's good to move around.
You on mute. You on mute.
Hold on, Batman. Let me get these super chats. Then you could go ahead and respond to that too.
Go ahead.
Teron L. Smith, brother in the super chat, he said they robbed Lucas. He clearly beat King Tug. Sup, Mikey, Mickey, Blue, don't bring the emotional guy back. Gary did a tank. One arm, no knockout. You lost. Facts. Las Vegas Leon, my brother in the building, the super chat, he said, don't forget to bring your ones back to Vegas, bro. Yeah, for sure. Terrell Curtis, brother in the super chat, much love to you, brother. We got George Woods, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on this in the super chat. Blue, can Russell regain his title or obtain another title within 2 or 3 years? For sure. He ain't lose this one to me, man. DC dude, brother in the super chat. Gary Antoine Russell will beat Devin right now. Gary Antoine Russell fight at 140.
Y'all seen on the team, he got a good fight coming up against Postal.
Yeah, he gonna knock out Rick Postal.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Terrell Curtis, brother in super chat. The truth lives here. Smash the like button. Salute to you, great brother. On the mic, brother Terrence Bailey Sr. Imagine if Gary and Dev trained out of the same gym and camp. That iron sharpened iron. Whoa. I thought those skills between the two would only get better. Yeah, that's a fact. Terrell L. Smith, brother in super. But look, Gary Russell got his brothers in there. That's what.
Yeah, that's the advantage. Yeah, y'all got all the brothers.
Yeah.
Y'all, you know.
They don't spot them.
They don't spar?
They used to spot. They don't spot.
Yeah, after a while, you got to stop. Because I had a brother, and we had to stop after a while because it's too much friction.
Oh, it gets too
competitive. They don't get friction. It's just they don't spot no more. You know.
Yeah.
No, man.
But it's just a respect thing, huh? As the age.
Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers been sparring since. I mean, Antoine started sparring Gary when he turned like 15. Tonio, when they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Allen and Gary used to spar each other, you know what I'm saying? They ain't number like 3 years apart. So,
right.
You know, niggas been sparring each other for so long, it ain't no use no more.
Yeah. It's you know him now. He's too familiar.
Yeah.
Teron L. Smith, brother, back in the super chat, he said, if you're going to send Blue more than 10, use Cash App because YouTube will take 60% of what you send. Support the movement, make your money, get to who you get who we get to who we send. Oh, get it to who you send. Salute. Teron L. Smith, brother, back in the super chat. Gary won't get another shot. They don't want to deal with him. They don't want to deal with him with their paperwork. Champ that's active that they can make money off of. Oh, they want a paper champ that's active that they can make the money off. Yeah.
Man, they could have made him active. No. Look, man.
Go ahead, Batman.
Look, man.
And hold on. Smash that like button, people. We should have 1,000 likes. Get the likes up to 1K. Smash the like button. Go ahead, Batman.
With that active shit, PBC done that, man. Stop. I mean, why don't y'all just really be realistic, man? Who make the fights? Who call who and be like, I got to fight for you? Come on, man.
Yeah, most of the time, people don't realize that fighters gonna fight as much as possible if they can, especially the money they make, and they're not gonna not want to fight.
Come on, man.
People don't understand the politics and the behind the scenes. They think it's just if you don't think he wouldn't want to fight 2-3 times a year, you got to be crazy. When we came up fighting 50, 100 times a year for free.
Dog, motherfuckers fight. Listen, motherfuckers fight the best.
Try to keep it clean, Batman. They be on me.
People fight the best in the amateurs. You might get three good fighters back to back in the amateurs the next day in the tournament. Come on, man. Stop this. Stop it, man. Just stop it, man. It's just, Gary Russell said some things. The people ain't Floyd Mayweather ain't like it. And it is what it is. He had to do what he had to do.
Man, I know how to apologize. I done been through it. I had like a 4 to 6 year hiatus, so I understand.
Mm-hmm. Teron L. Smith, brother, back in Super Chat. Gary is a man with pride who don't bend the knee.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Man, we ain't bending over, taking it over here in the ass, man. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. I don't care how much money or which come if you disrespect. Why? I mean, some people live up to their morals and principles.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't all, like Mickey say, it ain't all about the money.
Yeah, no, it's a lot that go on that people don't realize behind the scenes. It's wicked, man. This shit more wicked than the streets. I just say that because it's more wicked than the streets because ain't nothing you could do. It ain't like you could retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like,
you
in
can.
The streets, but somebody do something to you, you could do something. But
no, you can do something, but you're going to jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's different. Like it's a different. You ain't worried about another street dude really calling the police, so it's different. In this, you got to worry about your family. It's like any other thing. It's just like rap or it's an entertainment business. So when people say that, they don't realize it's like it ain't no different than these rappers and actors coming up dead. People could say it's conspiracies and that, but they don't think it's something in boxing. Boxing, the most dirtiest sport in fucking history. Like the shit that happened to me in boxing is worse than anything that ever happened when I was coming up in the hood by far.
And they probably thought you was, man, I ain't want to fight. Why, Mickey? Come on, man.
Listen, I was begging for fights and I was taking low ball offers and then they were still flying off the table. Yeah, no, I let some of my story off recently, finally.
Mm-hmm.
And that was only a piece, but yeah, no, this game is wicked though.
Yeah, we gotta do that part 2 too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Teron L. Smith, brother in Super Chat. That's why he won't get another shot.
I mean, I mean, Chris Colbert said if Chris Colbert a man of his word, and he know Gary Russell won that fight, man. Look, man, and you gotta beat the champion, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think people, to be honest with you, I think this gained him a lot of fans, to be real with you. Like, I mean, the way that he fought with one arm, I think that a lot of people that didn't like him, you had to respect that. Most people, 98% of people would have quit. So now I think that it takes shit like that, which is weird about boxing. I guarantee you he won a lot of fans off that fight yesterday.
But people don't know that's something he's been working on since he was a child. My father make him do that. If they dominating a kid in the ring, oh man, work one arm, man. Shit like that. Motherfuckers been working on this shit since they was kids.
Yeah, that's good that he was prepared because he definitely schooled dude, man, with the one. Dude just was able to throw more, but it's nothing. He wasn't landing. Yeah, that's the problem. Like he it's nothing I could really remember off the top of my head other than the 11th round, him landing a couple shots. But
man, that's what I keep asking people. Show me the round that you saw him dominate.
The first round.
The main thing remember in the fighters day, shit like that. He like dude schooling with one hand.
Right.
And I'm talking about off of, man, it's only one punch coming at you.
Right.
It's only one punch coming at you, and he couldn't get out the way of it.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He almost, and people don't even, and the
He
ninth
rocked
round,
him a few times.
in the ninth round, he almost dropped him.
He stumbled. That's what I said. He stumbled him all the way back.
But listen to this. Now listen to this, y'all. Who highlights you so?
Magsayo's. They tried, and check this out too, Batman. They tried to throw a highlight in and not realizing they made a mistake. They threw Gary's up there. They tried to throw, look at this punch Magsayo landed right there. And they showing Gary countering him and making him miss. And then they tried to cut it. I'm like, man, come on, man. Come on, man.
It's a crazy game.
The white guy, what's the white Tony?
Steve Fallon? Steve Fallon?
No, not Steve Fallon. That's the one that did the call. I'm talking about the commentator.
I ain't listened to them. I cut them right out.
All right, but what's his name?
You talking about
and it's Tony something?
It's Al Bernstein and it's
Al Bernstein. All right.
Yeah.
Al Bernstein ain't give Gary Russell a fucking. You see what Magsayo doing? Oh, right. Magsayo, he ain't even hitting him.
Right.
Then, and honestly, that's rare for Al Bernstein. Usually keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, and then Abner Mares just came out and started telling the truth, man. Gary Russell winning this fight.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Magsayo, he's not even punching no more like that. He's not even aggressively. He's making him miss so much and tagging him. He's not even.
He was getting frustrated.
Hey, so tell me this, Batman. Do you think that somebody behind the scenes even made sure that the commentary was you think definitely. It was intentional?
Most definitely. Because it's no way that you put only his highlights up when through the whole
fight. I didn't realize that.
Listen, when you go back and look at it through the whole fight, they only put Magsayo highlights up. And then sometimes when you see what Magsayo did, it be blocked. And he'd be like, oh, it was he partially hit him.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, babe, you go back and watch it. I don't watch it. I'm almost 5. I'm in the middle of the 7th round for the 5th time to complete the fifth fight.
So you really did your homework on this.
Yeah.
I gave Magsayo the 1st round. I gave him the 5th round, and I gave him the 11th round.
Yeah, the 11th round. The 11th round was the one that the only round he clearly won to me.
Nah, he won the 1st round clearly to me.
In the 1st round.
But them the only rounds he won.
Yeah.
Come on, man, make it make sense.
Yeah, that's damn. And then I'm sure they don't want to get dank on. Oh, this is what I want to ask you. Did Gary have a rematch clause?
Hold on, before you get to that, let me get this super chat. Jason K. brother super chat. He said, "Why do you think Gary Russell won, Batman?" You answered that. On the mic, brother Terrence Bailey Sr., he said, "We got to keep the language clean, brothers." Yeah, we got to keep the language clean because they be on. Who else we got? And smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1K, man. Get the likes up. Teron L. Smith, brother super chat. I've been in the industry. I've seen the corruption. I've seen a lot. I don't talk about. But when you have a pride and won't bend, you don't like you. Yeah, you get done like I was.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is, man. When some guys that you know what I'm saying. See, if you was prideful and you was a fan favorite, is the difference. They can't shun you out because you make so much money.
Yep.
But if that's why I be telling my brothers, I be telling all these boxers, you gotta do something to make you a fan favorite, dog. Or somebody that like Floyd did. He was a fan of black people, then the white people ain't like him. I mean, and then he crossed over when he beat De La Hoya. So you know what I'm saying? But you guys that come through thinking, oh, man, I don't do that right there, man. How you cannot follow a blueprint, dog?
Yeah, it's a business.
How you cannot follow a successful blueprint?
Mm-hmm.
Look who followed it. Adrian Broner followed it, but Adrian Broner stopped doing what he was supposed to be doing. See, Floyd tricked you. Floyd, partying. He never drunk. He never did nothing. But he showed you, he give you the life. Oh, yeah, we in here doing it. But he not touching nothing. Adrian Broner did the wrong thing. He believed in, oh, man, I'm that good. I can do whatever. But to me, Adrian Broner would have been a better star than Floyd because he had charisma.
Mm-hmm. He's still a star. Look at the star. He's still a star. And he got, you know what Broner got? He got that Mike Tyson effect, right? It don't matter if you win, lose, or draw. People just want to see him, and they just want to see him.
No, they don't want to see him. They just want to hear him talk before.
Right, because they don't know what you're gonna get from you. They don't know what they're gonna get out of you.
Hey.
And that's why I say he got the Mike Tyson effect. Mike Tyson was knocking people out, but people gravitated to him really once he started talking and you ain't know what was gonna come out of his mouth or what he was gonna say or do. Oh man, Peter, you draw so much interest at that point. It's not even funny.
Hey Mickey, yeah, I meant to say something to you. Antoine did say something, man. He say he saw Devin tweet, right? He say, man, he ain't nothing but 5 steps ahead of him, man. He say, man, he hope he get his undisputed, cause he say like in 3 more fights he might be a champion, man. When he come on up, he'll welcome him to 140 with no problem.
Yeah, no, they probably do it one day. Yeah, Dev definitely, he definitely got plans on coming up there to 140.
Successful hustler, brother in super chat. Same troll said Canelo and Pac beat Floyd. Yeah, they sure did. Son of Peter, brother in the super chat, said shout out to Gary, great talent. Wish we saw more. Boxing can be popularity contest. At least they will still keep the Filipino fan watching.
Yep. Almost definitely. I mean, they.
That's important. DC dude, brother in the building, back in the super chat. This is why boxing is losing the casual fans. Agreed to the UFC, and that's, man. The UFC.
I mean, that shit getting old now. The people just watch who they want to see. It's an individual sport. They they got a choice who they watch. All right, put it to you like this: we remember Tiger Woods was the richest athlete in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But name me 8 golf players right now. Name me 5.
No, you can't.
But you ain't gonna say, "Oh, golfing is dead" and golfing is this. People choose who they want to see in individual sports. In boxing, it's not a league. It's certain fighters they want to see and certain fighters they don't. Same as the UFC.
Man, black people was never into golf until Tiger got there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They watched him. It ain't like they can name even 3 players. But you ain't gonna hear people saying, "Oh, golfing is dead" or "it's dying." Or people been saying this since the beginning of times when Ray Robinson fought. If you look at the old fights, you hear him saying that's just to build up a certain amount of fighters. When you say that, it's a publicity tool because it make it look like that one fighter could elevate the sport. It's more money in boxing than it ever been right now.
Yeah,
it's so much money now.
It's money, but to how much money they really can be making, they letting the UFC take over. Because the UFC.
No, but listen, they not getting paid. See,
all right, they not getting paid, but the motherfuckers behind the scenes.
That's what I'm saying. See, they getting paid because it's like the WWE. You know the UFC, you don't really know the fighters. You follow the brand of the UFC because it's only one. So with boxing, it's different fighters, different promoters. With the UFC, it's just flat out that you watch UFC, and they don't say mixed martial arts; they say UFC.
Yeah, but
you know what's funny about that?
The man who got the real estate, that's in WWF and the UFC. Their salary go up.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, shit. Like the crazy thing is, I think Dana White might do good in boxing. Like if he, long as he don't try to think he ain't got to pay, he gonna have to pay fighters.
Oh, he gonna have to pay fighters because.
But I think he might do pretty good in boxing though.
But you see, salute to St. Louis Mick, brother, super chat. The energy was off the whole night. In the earlier fight, the ref refused to acknowledge the knockdown. They even replayed it in the interview. Yeah, and he said, "I ain't see no knock." Hey, babe, did you see that? I know you saw that back then.
Nah, I missed it.
Hey, babe, dude got knocked down. Clear knockdown, right? The ref said it wasn't a knockdown. He was standing right in front of him. Dude hit him. He caught him and hurt him with an overhand.
No, the ref was standing in the back of him.
In the back room. So dude caught him with an overhand, right? Boom, and rocked him.
Rocked him.
Yeah, then he caught him with a jab and dropped him. The ref immediately, as soon as dude hit the canvas, the ref was like, no, he slipped. So everybody's like, what?
I get a ref that he ain't see the punch from the back. He said he saw his feet come up and he slipped. But this is what got me. When you saw the replay, you said you still ain't see the punch.
Yeah. They got him to do Jalen, peace of blessings, Queen. Bobo, what's going on? Get the likes up to 1K. Get the likes to 1.1K. Hey, babe. They showed him, they caught him, usually refs, the judges, they don't talk, right? They got the ref after the fight. Showed him the replay on the monitor and everything. He looks at it, watches it. I don't see what y'all see. I still don't see no punch. Like, what?
The punch hit the man right on the chin, man.
Right on it, babe. It hit him on the chin. The sweat flew and he dropped.
So tell me this: did the right man still win?
No. The other dude, it was a draw. He would have won the fight.
That would have made the difference.
Yeah, that would have made the difference.
Yeah. Well, they need to have an automatic rematch then.
Right. But babe, they replayed it though 4 times for the ref.
Oh, so if he would have said it's legit, they would have counted it?
No, it was just the post fight.
But I heard they was going to use the instant replays in boxing like they do in other sports.
They supposed to, but they ain't do it yet.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Hey. If they did that, Gary Russell would be a draw with Lomachenko.
Yeah, because
I thought the knockdown. I wasn't even gonna lie to you.
But the knockdown would have been.
The knockdown would have been a draw.
Wait, hold on. You talking about Lomachenko and Gary?
Yeah, remember Gary didn't get the knockdown in the fight. It was a knockdown.
I thought Lomachenko beat Gary. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, but what he's saying, Bay, is that
you saying about the scorecards.
Yeah, because remember it was a split decision, right?
Nah, it was a majority
decision. So they didn't count Gary knockdown. So if he got the knockdown, it would have been called a draw.
So is Gary gonna go up or what? He gonna move up?
Man, we ain't talking about it yet.
I'd love to see him and Shakur fight, man.
He was about to move up. He was about to move up after this fight anyway. If he would have won,
I think that him and Shakur would be a great fight.
He was going to get
Madison Square Garden, the East Coast fight.
That's Barclays. They do the Barclays.
Yeah, they do the PBC do the
Barclays.
Yeah, top rank do the Garden.
That's the only dude I see. Shakur, that weight to me is dead. I don't see nobody really.
He was supposed to fight Chris Colbert after this.
Yeah, he'd beat Colbert.
But I want him to get the rematch though.
But he'll beat Shawty. I mean, I done seen it already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to see that. That'd be a great fight.
But now I want him to get the rematch with Magsayo now.
Man, they gonna stay far away from him.
They not gonna, man. You heard what Magsayo said in the ring? Oh, that I don't. My promotional company.
What he say, Batman?
He said, "What's my man that do the interviews?"
Yeah, it was what's his name? Because he do Jim Gray.
Yeah, Jim Gray. He said, he was saying that Gary really won, but he was like, "Is you gonna give Gary Russell a rematch?" Because it looked like if he had both his hands, he was like, that's not up to me. That's up to my promotional company. Fast as shit, man. He's not crazy, man.
Oh man. Hey, smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. Get the likes to 1.1K, people. Why we got 900 likes? Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Go ahead, baby.
But guess what he said though? He was like, "Oh yeah, I hurt Gary. You know, I had threw the punch and it hurt him." I'm like, "What? He hit you with the hook and hurt himself? What?" I was
Yeah,
like,
Oh man.
But they gonna keep him away from Gary more than likely. I mean, they gonna try to milk it with him.
they
But
gonna
at
go
the,
out to Leo Santa Cruz. It's gonna
at
be a
the end of the day,
unification match.
yeah, damn, that's crazy, yup. Yeah, they gonna finally do a unification. Yeah, I ain't even think of that. I was
Yeah,
thinking that yesterday, but I'm thinking Santa Cruz was gonna stay up and wait. But yeah, now he's gonna go back down probably.
Nah, he had one. He still got his belt at
Oh, he still
126.
got the belt because
Yeah, he
was
still
never
got his belt.
Gary. He been avoiding Gary for so many years.
But I don't know how he
shit
still got his belt.
Now watch this. Now you'll see Leo fight Magsayo, right? Because they don't care who win that fight. You see what I'm saying? Because now, let's say you could put the winner of that fight against Navarrete, and that'll be a huge fight.
I mean
Yeah.
but
Especially if Leo win.
But him and Leo be a huge fight in LA. Magsayo and Leo, Filipino.
Yeah, because he got
Yeah.
he got what you would call it behind him, Manny Pacquiao.
Salute to Justin Hawkins, brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on us in the Super Chat. Salute Blue and salute Mickey Bay. Salute Batman. Gary won that fight with one arm. Masterclass boxing performance.
I mean, dog, the man was slipping up, making the man miss. Man, turning the man, throwing the body shot, smothering the man. Come on, man.
Smash that like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K.
But I wish, the only thing I wish was it was his left shoulder hurt. I wish his left shoulder was hurt.
That's what I was saying. Like if he had the jab hand, it would have been. That's what I was thinking.
But
people don't understand that either. That it's harder for the backhand for you just to have your backhand. Because I fought for years with my lead hand because you throw most of your punches off that. So that's what I was saying. And I don't think the general fans know that he fought with the harder hand to fight with. That's your power punch. So when I seen it, I'm like, damn, I wish Gary either could switch up or it was his lead hand. That's the same thing I was saying. They don't know that the backhand you don't throw that many punches off of that.
No, your front hand set up all your punches.
It's all your punches. That's what he was killing them with at the beginning, that jab. And then he got that good hook. So that backhand is all power punches. It's only uppercut or a straight left.
And the man was touching him like it was a jab sometimes.
Yeah, he outboxed him with it. So, I got to watch the fight again because, I felt that he did win, but it could have been more.
And you could see if he had his right hook when he was pivoting out and slipping underneath.
Two hands. Yeah, two hands. It's clear what would have happened for sure.
And Magsayo weak to the body.
He landed this straight left to the body. Man, that's people don't understand. That's what I'm be trying to tell people. They don't understand. Like people trying to compare it. Tank hurting his hand. Tank hurting his left hand in the fight is different from Gary hurting his right shoulder, his lead shoulder. He still had to stick his shoulder. He still had to put his arm out there just to stay in the stance. Is that you using your shoulder to hold your arm up? People don't understand it. He gotta just to stay in the stance. He gotta hold the shoulder up. He gotta aggravate the shoulder consistently.
See what people don't realize. You can still do this with your shoulder, but if you pop it, you popping your shoulder when you throw it. But you can still use your shoulder without hurt. If it's
it's the difference. Exploding with it, it would have been a wrap. It would have been over with. That shit would probably literally fell all the way out of place.
Right.
Now them shoulder injuries is vicious. Like I had one before. That shit that's one of the worst outside the hand. That's the worst injury that you're gonna get in boxing.
Yeah, boxing, most definitely.
April Torres, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Yeah, people don't understand. Tank hurt his left hand, right? So he could still feint with it. He could still do a lot. His lead hand, as a southpaw, his lead hand was still working.
Yeah. But listen, all right, even in that Tank fight, Tank was getting touched. Yeah. Gary was not. No, the man was swimming without getting wet.
Hey, what kind of decision was Tank fight? I forget. Was it unanimous?
Unanimous, yeah.
Unanimous decision.
Damn, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I caught it from the 4th round. A lot of people said that they thought dude won. It wasn't a majority decision.
It should have been unanimous. It was right.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he won.
All of it.
He was just pressuring Tank.
I thought Tank won, but
Yeah.
this is why I thought Tank won, because he had one arm. When he had one arm, the dude still ain't put the pressure you supposed to do with a man with one hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man. When you know a man is only using one hand, what you do? You smother that hand. You smother that hand, and he can't really get it off.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. I just Gary definitely should get that surgery ASAP. Because dudes are trying to convince you not to get it. And you'll wait. But I did that with my hand, and when I finally got it, I'm like, damn, I should have got this shit years ago.
Yeah, that's what he did. He came out the Olympics with the shit. You know, his shit always been. That's why he always do this shit with his.
Yeah, it's long overdue. He gonna get that. That shit gonna feel. Because nowadays surgery with the technology is way more effective.
Yeah, with the laser shit and all that shit.
Yeah, it's way more or less. Like, look how Lomachenko came back off his surgery.
But niggas say Lomachenko that, but y'all give Lomachenko. I mean, not y'all, but people give Lomachenko this praise because he fought Wisconsin with a bad shoulder and he really lost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He he still could throw his, so that was
Yeah, he lost the first 7 rounds.
It go to what I said earlier in the show though, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
With Lomachenko. See, with Gary, they expect certain stuff.
Right.
Like, it's expected.
Right.
With Lomachenko, like like you don't. All right, put it like this. Triple G is a good boxer, but he a pressure fighter. Like he a boxer that pressure you, right? Mm-hmm. Now he been off. They not talking about him, and he just as good as Lomachenko, really, as far as accomplishment. I thought he beat Canelo, and this is why I put Terrence over Canelo, because I thought Triple G won that first fight with Canelo, where they called it a draw. So now you notice because Lomachenko was slick, they gonna praise him because he fight like a black fighter, like what they now that's the example I made earlier, Blue. Now look at Triple G, they wrote him off. They wrote him off, and he only lost one fight to Canelo. They ain't even been talking about him. But they talk about Lomachenko like he's still #1 pound for pound. But really, he lost. Triple G got a better resume.
Well, I don't think Triple G got a better resume.
He might not have a better resume, but I'm saying he only lost once to Canelo, like a split decision.
And Lomachenko lost to a journeyman and a prospect.
Exactly, but they think people get spoiled. So with Gary, they like, if Gary, they like, it's easy for him to do that because he got all that talent and he black. Now I'm breaking down the history of boxing, like why fighters get praised. Now, if Gary was a brawler, like they probably did, and they might have gave him that fight. Because they'd have been like, oh, damn, like he, but because he's so slick, they act like it's easy or something that he did that. Like, if Triple G or somebody like that's what I meant about if you flip the opposite, look how much they love Tyson. Because he was like a brawler. So they like Muhammad Ali, they don't like when they expect for all black fighters to be slick. So that take you got to do a lot extra, like Devin Haney and them type styles, like Gary and Shakur. Like if you like a banger and you just bang, like then they gonna like you. Like when you like got that style, like if you like even Earl Spence, when a lot of them liked him, like the casual, because he don't really fight slick, even though he pressure you. But now when you slick like Devin, like Shakur, Gary, and all of them, it's like, oh, that's expected.
But y'all look at it. Gary Gary just don't give you slickness though, Mickey. If you go look at Gary Russell Jr., sometimes he might walk you down.
Yeah, no, he give you everything. But I'm saying what's in the fans' mind is like he just as far as talent wise, he got that kind of talent to where he could do what he want to do. Like you only get a handful of fighters that can do what he want. So they think that one hand they didn't really like if it was anybody but Gary, like if it wasn't the dude that you used to seeing throwing flurries and triple hooks and this and that, I guarantee you he'd have got more praise for that. But they people get spoiled into thinking that shit is easy or something like that. Man, that's the hardest thing you could do is fight another world-class fighter with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't easy.
I gotta get out of this. About to cut off. Dub_right side brother in super chat. He said salute to the 3 Bs, Blue Bay Batman. He said another fire panel. Appreciate all y'all great brothers. Salute to you, great brothers.
Sure, definitely, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna be back here soon.
Lawrence RBE brother in the super chat. He said, "What pressure was there for Gary to not postpone the fight? It was clear to me PBC and Gary did not have Gary back. Do you see Gary staying at 126?" Yeah, you guys, Gary ain't been in the ring in 2.5 years. This is a lot, man.
Man, make money. I mean, dog. Man, this is what I be telling people: go to reality. If you ain't make money in 2 years,
listen, I just said this right. And then it was 2 weeks before the fight, right? That he heard it.
Yeah.
So it's harder then because if it was a month ago, 2 weeks you already got the check spent. You already you finna go invest this. I'm about to go buy that. I just told him that no matter how rich you are, ain't nothing like that new money. That even go for Floyd May. Listen, Manny Pacquiao shoulder was hurt. It wasn't like Gary's, but you think he was finna not fight Mayweather knowing he finna get 150, 200 million? If I was Gary, I would have fought, knowing that he finna get that payday. He got a family.
That's what I'm saying. These dudes don't realize reality because niggas get millions. That. I mean, my fault, because people get millions of dollars. You don't think they want to pay? You know, when people get money, right? They spend more because you got it.
That overhead be a beast. Yeah. 100%. Exactly. Yeah. No,
the more money you make, your expenses go up.
Yeah, 100% by far. Yup.
That's a fact. Skills for Nolan. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K. Skills for Nolan, brother in super chat. He said, I wish this was Gary against Haney and not a no-name up-and-comer.
I mean, you know, it can still be a Russell in a Haney fight. Antoine Russell and Devin Haney. You know,
yeah, it'd probably be more likely that because Dad, he probably gonna go to 140 after he clean out the unification.
Yeah, ain't nothing but the two. What Devin 24 now, right?
23.
Yeah, ain't nothing but a 2 year split. It'd be 24 this year. Antoine be 26 this year, so they in the same age range. So,
yeah, I'm sure it'll happen one day. They both, willing to fight, whoever. So I'm sure it'll happen.
Yes, sir. But yeah, let's get on out of here.
Oh, for
let
sure.
them know. Let them know where they can find you, Bay.
Mickey Bay Eternal on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, sir. Batman, let them know.
Man, you can find me everywhere on YouTube, man. I just be popping up, man. When I get the chance, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, so let's get out of here. Let's do this again before the week is over.
I mostly be over there on Everything Boxing, man.
Yes, shout out my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports.
Yeah, Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's do this again.
All right.
All right, Mickey.
All right, take it easy.
Peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My people, smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 1.1K, man. I don't know why we didn't have the likes to 1.1K. We should have been past that already. We should have been past that, man. We should have been past 1.1K likes. Smash the like button. If you didn't smash the like button, smash it. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes up, people. Subscribe to the channel. Support the channel. Support the grind. I appreciate y'all 1000% coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Get them likes up to 1.1K, man. Smash the like button. Peace.